Hello again, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Morrowind. We're here on business of House Hlaalu, so we're here to steal some alchemical formulas. And while I'm here in Vivec, I decided that I would like to explore around a bit, because I've never really fully explored Vivec. I've only been here for, I think, one other quest, and there's two things in particular I would like to do while I'm here. One of them is checking out the Vivec library that one of my viewers suggested a long time ago, so that I no longer had to steal books to be able to read them. Ooh, that's a pretty tapestry. And I also want to join the Morag Tong, even though we are bouncing between doing quests from House Hlaalu and the Mages Guild. I think it'd be fun to try out doing the Morag Tong quests as a mage and seeing how well that goes. And if I remember correctly from watching MyGCat's videos, I think you find their initial headquarters in Vivec somewhere. So right now I'm in the Vivec Mages Guild because I use the fast travel option to get here, and I want to talk to the people in here because I noticed, was it you? It was one of you that had a lot of different things that we can ask about. And I'm hoping that one of these things will be about the Morag Tong, so that I can know where the heck in Vivec they are. And maybe also figure out where the alchemy shop is that we have to steal the formula from. So yeah, I'm just going to go probably mostly down the line here and ask about a lot of these things to start off. So first, let's see what we can learn about the arena. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I want to make her look at me while I'm talking to her. That's just kind of weird. Come on, look at me when I'm talking to you. There we go. That's better. Okay, now you can tell me about the arena. The arena compound lies between the Redoran compound on the west and the Telvanni compound on the east. The arena is the site of public entertainments and combat sports. The comfortable domed arena has seating for hundreds of spectators. Beneath the arena are dressing and storage rooms for entertainers, and training rooms and animal pens for the combat competitors. Maybe that's something else we'll have to check out. That sounds interesting. Okay. Arain. Okay, this is the person that I actually have to find in order to steal the formula. So, her shop is in the foreign quarter. I guess that narrows it down slightly. I anticipate that I'm going to get horribly lost, and luckily I'll be able to edit most of that out so you guys won't have to get lost with me. But last time I was in Vivec, I was constantly getting lost and, not gonna lie, frustrated, because trying to figure out how to navigate the cantons is a big headache for me because they all look the same. And in fact, remind me of when I was in college trying to navigate the large university campus, which I'm sure as I walk around the cantons, I'll touch back on that some more. Anyway, Vivec's cantons are buildings with many levels. The upper works are the rooftops, with shops and rich folks' manors. The wasteworks are the next tier, canal side. Only grubbers and cleaners go down there. The corridors are like mazes. Yeah, you don't say. So watch how you go. The temple built all the cantons, and leases them to shops, guilds, and residents. Okay, well, that helps a little bit, understanding what each level is and that there's some method to the madness. See, I don't really care about her background right now. Dram Barrow, Dunmer duties. Is that someone I need to know about? I don't remember. Her home is in the Hlaalu Canton Wasteworks. Okay. The Foreign Quarter is the largest three-tiered canton to the north. Okay, that is helpful to know that that one's to the north. Originally, foreigners were not allowed to enter Vivec any further than the Foreign Quarter. But now Outlanders can travel throughout Vivec at will. The imperial guilds each have guild halls and complete services here, and an imperial cult shrine serves the spiritual needs of the imperial faithful. Various independent tradesmen, craftsmen, and trainers also rent space here. The Black Shop Corner Club rents beds to non guild visitors. Why does that sound familiar? That name definitely sounds familiar. The Great Houses, Hall of Justice. Okay, the Grand Master Ordinator person has a home there. I don't really concerned about that right now. Hall of Wisdom. Oh, I bet that's the library. Houses scholars, monks, and priests who study and shape the doctrines of the temple. The Hall of Wisdom is in the temple canton of Vivec. Okay, if I had to guess, I would guess that that's the library. So far we know we need to go to the foreign quarter to find the shop that we need to rob, essentially. And we also need to go to the temple. Where is that? It's the High Fane. The High Fane is the largest tribunal temple on Vardenfell. Archcanon Saroni presides over the temple, along with a large staff of priests, healers, and monks. Pilgrims travel from all over Morrowind to view the High Fane and the Ministry of Truth, and offer prayer and thanks before the Palace of Vivec. Let's see, rumors. You'd think she'd be more discreet, seeing as how the Duke's her father. But Ilmine Dren is a strong-willed young woman, and she hates slavery with a passion. Her family's wealth and influence means nothing to her. She's proud of living in a St. Delen slum, and she doesn't mind being seen with known abolitionists like the bookseller. Well, good for her. I might need to get to know that lady. How about some advice? Vivec is huge, and it's easy to get lost. But if you observe the law, you can't get into much trouble. My advice is wander freely. Learn your way around. See what the craftsmen and traders have to sell. See the sights the pilgrims come to see, the Ministry of Truth, the High Fane, and the Palace of Vivec. And while you're here, go take a tour of Ebonheart, the imperial town across the lagoon to the west. A lot to see and do over there, too. So St. Delen and St. Olms are cantons for commoners and paupers. Well, I think I got all I needed to know out of her for now, so now begins the journey to hopefully not get horrendously lost in Vivec. Let's see, do you have anything to say? God, you guys really hate me. Okay, what can you tell me about Orain? Okay, so her shop is in the... Oh, so that's even more clear. Her shop is in the west side of the lower wasteworks, in the foreign quarter. I think... Aren't I already in... Okay, so yeah, I'm already in the foreign quarter, so... I think it'll help if I actually keep my map pinned here. Maybe make it just a little bit bigger. Okay. On we go. Need to figure out how to be able to go down. Wow, that is a nice view. Being completely ruined by my map. Okay, enough admiring. Let us figure out how to go down so we can get to the wasteworks. Okay, that's quarter to the upper... Wait, are you going to tell me the same thing? I think he said the lower wasteworks. West side of the lower wasteworks. Okay. But can I go down from there? Guess there's no point in me walking instead of running. But yeah, trying to navigate these cantons reminds me of when I went from community college to a university, and particularly a community college that was so small that I could see from one end to the other, and it maybe took like 5 or 10 minutes at a nice leisurely pace to walk from one end of the campus to the other. All of the buildings were either on the left side of the main strip or the right side of the main strip. So it was really easy to find the buildings, and they were very clearly labeled. They pretty much all had one main entry point. And then I went to a big state university, and it was the complete opposite experience where the university had its own zip code that was separate from the actual town. And my first, I think at least week of being a student there, I ended up having to use Google Maps just to get around the campus. And it didn't help that all the buildings looked pretty much the same, had very similar architecture, and were not clearly labeled unless you were on just the right side of the street. So yeah, that's what this reminds me of. Okay, so this must be like the canal works they were kind of warning me about that are like a maze. In fact, I think I've actually talked to an alchemist down here before. I don't remember what spell or thing I bought from them, but let's see, didn't he say the west side? Okay, let's be smart about this. So that would be that way, right? But I'm guessing I have to go down to be able to navigate more. Okay, that's the canal works. Okay, so that's different. Maybe I haven't actually been in the canal works, because I think this type of architecture is the farthest I've been. Okay, well, this is west. That's the canal works, though. And now I'm not going west anymore. Okay. Maybe they are up here somewhere. What about you? Can you tell me where she is? Shop is on the west side by, ooh, rare books. Okay, on the west side. Oh, apothecary. Okay.
What is it, Dummer?
You know, actually, how am I supposed to get the... So I'm supposed to steal the formula. So I imagine I'm not just supposed to talk to her, but let's see what happens. I could just straight up ask her about it. Let's see what she has first. I imagine my alchemy would also be a lot more effective if I had better equipment, because right now all I have is an apprentice, mortar, and pestle. And see, I definitely wouldn't be able to use that. I don't actually know what level my alchemy is. I mean, I know that I can look and see what skill it is, and it's pretty low. But I don't see where it says, yeah, like what, you know, I don't know how to tell which level equipment to use. Like, is that skilled based off of my rank in the Mages Guild? Which wouldn't really make sense, because you could be an alchemist and not be in the Mages Guild. So I assume that I'm only, at this point, able to use apprentice level stuff. What else do we got? Probably wouldn't be able to use journeyman alchemy stuff. Or else I think I would like to buy. But also, the more things I'm carrying, the worse off, because I don't have a very high carry weight. Okay, what happens if I just ask you about the formulas? Those are secret. I will not reveal them to you. Well, that's not a surprise. So, let me, not suspiciously at all, just kind of look through your dressers and see what you've got. Because hopefully you have them written down somewhere. Hopefully not in these locked chests. Oh wait, is it this? Ah, okay. So now, I have to try and figure out a way to get those without you noticing. And if this was Skyrim, that would probably be pretty easy. But since I don't think Morrowind does have an actual sneak skill, does it? Oh yeah, it does. And mine is as low can be. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, well, see, now if I cast invisibility, all that's going to do is as soon as I touch the stuff, she's going to see me. So that's not going to help. I do have chameleon. Only 20%. I just don't think that's going to help because she's still going to see me. I think this will be a lot funnier in third person. I don't suppose she would turn around. Yeah, she totally sees me. I think even if I go behind her, she sees me. Or detects me. We'll see what happens if I just take them without being hidden at all. I imagine she's going to get mad and start attacking me, but let's just see. Actually, yeah, what is it? A potion to cure common diseases is another frequent request. These are quite simple to make here in Vardenfell, and often cheaper, as grave dust is far more plentiful and better preserved by these fastidious Dunmer. Mix equal parts grave dust and green lichens. Heat over a low flame until the mixture turns brown. Notes: Daedra skin is just as effective, but very expensive. Chokeweed can be used in an emergency. Research notes on curing blight diseases. So far, the only mixtures I've found to be even partially effective is scrib jelly and ash salts. These ingredients are not too hard to find, but the ratio needs some adjustment and the potion is not fully effective. That's actually pretty helpful. I feel like I need to start keeping an actual journal of stuff I learn in Morrowind, because this is something I don't think I'll just remember, and there's not really any place, I think, in the journal. In fact, actually, hold on. Where would that even be in the journal? Topics? Okay, yeah, so I'm guessing I would have to get her... Actually, hold on. Maybe I could charm her into giving them to me. Let's see. Let's use my tried and true sequence of Lady's Kiss first. And then using my enchanted gloves, Zenithar's Wiles. And then using my spell, Charming Touch. Where is it? I need to figure out which spells I actually want to quick bar now that I figured out in the last episode how to use that. Okay, how many times can I cast it on you? Please like me. Man, you're a tough cookie. Most of the time when I do this on shopkeeps, they instantly like me. Wait, why is it not going up anymore? It's actually going down. Is some of it wearing off? Hold on a second. I'm just confused if I'm just not doing it fast enough. Okay. Use Lady's Kiss. And then... Zenithar's Wiles. And then Charming Touch. Okay, that worked better. Maybe that's as high as I can get it. Okay, how about now? Now, will you give me the Formuoli? Oh, damn it. Can I persuade her at all? What if I admire you real quick? Okay, how about now? Okay, so it seems like that's not going to help. But I am going to save because I at least can level up again. was interesting. She actually moved. Do I have any other spells? Let's see, this pair of gloves that I have they're both enchanted and have different enchantments. So Zenithar's Warning. I can blind 20 seconds for 10 seconds on touch. So maybe if I use that. Does it do all of those at the same time? I don't understand how that's like a 200% chance. Okay, well. Or no, that's the charge. Derp. Okay.
Your skills fail
Oh.
you.
Why does she not like that? Is it because of the demoralized humanoid and demoralized creature? Yeah, it's probably because of those. Well, shoot.
How fare thee, friend?
Rats. So even though she's turned around, okay, this might be my chance. Where is Chameleon?
This is outrageous, guards!
Okay, what happens if I just leave? Probably gonna have a bounty, though. That's the thing that sucks. I don't want a bounty. Wait, how do I not have a bounty? Which is unfortunate, though, because I don't want to never be able to use her apothecary, but... I mean, I guess she didn't really have anything special, and she's not a trainer, so... Hopefully I won't regret that decision. So... I wondered now that I have this, if it'll update in my journal that I actually, like, know the formula. Maybe I'll just have to try to remember that grave dust and... grave dust and green lichens makes a good cure common disease potion. Imagine there's got to be like kind of a book like the Alchemist's Guide to Skyrim.
Did you want something?
Okay, so it does appear that I don't have a bounty. All right, cool. Well, I guess we'll just go on about our business and now try to find where the Morag Tong is. Have you heard? 7 victims here in Vivec, all with their throats slit. When it was just a few outlanders killed, the Ordinators weren't making much fuss. But now they've had 2 of their own people with slit throats. They seem very concerned at the Hall of Justice. I've heard that the Office of the Watch is quietly looking around for some special help. Anything that can kill 2 Ordinators before they can draw their weapons sounds like it will need special help. I'm probably not the kind of person that can help with that. And that doesn't sound like something that the Morag Tong would be responsible for, since it's not...
We're watching you.
Oh, God.
Scum.
I don't suppose you would know where the Morag Tong is now, would you? Who's that person? Valanda Omani. They're a counselor, lives outside of Vivec on an island. Okay, well that doesn't really concern me. Oh, is this the book place? Wait. What is the difference exactly between an apothecary and an alchemist? Is an apothecary just someone that sells the alchemy ingredients? Okay, there's the rare books. Let's go see the alchemist. Maybe there'll be a trainer in alchemy. Hello there. Well, so you can only barter. Dang it. Huh. So you don't really have any... I mean, you have a lot more... You have a lot more alchemy equipment. I just don't know if I could use any of it. think I'd like to wait until my skill is better just to be
May I
safe.
help you, Outlander?
Now that I know where this place is. Do you have anything interesting? Okay. Oh, that was anticlimactic. How about the rare books? Now... Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I? Oh. This is kind of weird. Whoa, where's the shopkeep? Is that an enchanted book? Oh, it's a tome.
One true faith.
Fortify mysticism, 10 points for... Is that 360,000 seconds?
Oh, no weakness or fault.
The Doors of the Spirit. I don't remember what books it was, but that is a quest I took a long time ago from the Aldaroon Mages Guild. I was finding this list of books. Okay, so it was just one rare book that I had to find for the Mages Guild, and that was Chronicles of Newchleft. I think it was... Who was it that I had to find books for? Was that just a suggestion from one of the main quests? Okay, well, so now I know that I just need to find Chronicles of Newchleft. But where is the actual... You don't... Are you the one that sells the books? No, you don't. Where's the person that actually sells them? It just feels kind of weird to have just a random bookshelf area in the hallway. Maybe it's down here? This is actually a pretty nice looking bookshop. It actually reminds me, you know, of a real used bookshop. I mean, minus the fantasy game specific decor. Oh, it's a Khajiit friend. Hello. What can Jobasha do for you? Ooh, Chronicles of Newchleft. Yeah, do you have it? Perhaps you have a copy. Yes. Okay, I'm listening. Okay, do I have to open your inventory then? Okay, you've got a Dance in Fire. You've got so many books. Less Rude Song. Oh, I'm so tempted to buy that, but I want to see what's in the library first. Oh, you do have it. Wow, that's expensive. Hopefully that's worth getting. I know that I read Chronicles of Newchleft because I read it on this channel, but I can't remember exactly where I found it from. And I know that I read it, but I didn't actually take it from somewhere. I just read it somewhere. See, I don't think I'm actually interested in buying any of your other books. Okay, maybe... Hold on. Oh, that's the thing that sucks. I'm not going to be able to use my Lady's Kiss again. I already used that. So, the settle for Zenithar's Wiles.
Welcome, friend.
And Charming Touch. Ooh, wow. That was really effective. Okay, now that you're completely infatuated with me. Oh god, I need to find it faster. Wow, okay, that was a significant savings. How about a nice 220? Because I'm like your best friend in the whole wide world. Alright. Well, good day, sir. Oh, so many books. Man, I wish I could be here in real life. It just seems like a very fun place to read. And a limeware platter. Very clever and probably a very good idea that they stationed an ordinator up here.
The spirits and thy lords.
That would probably be me if I was an ordinator.
Submit to the three.
Just
The
a...
spirits and thy lords.
What are you talking
We're
about?
watching you, scum. By the three, my rights and duties.
Netchherder's Book of Jokes. Yeah, I'm just not going to take it. I'm just looking at it. During their pilgrimage to High Hrothgar, an Altmer, a Dunmer, and a Nord bickered to no end about whose god was the greatest. At one point, a Dunmer had enough of it and proclaims, "I will now jump from this rock and into the abyss, and if Lady Azura wills it, I will be saved." He jumps into the mist, and while the awestruck Altmer and Nord look after, a few seconds, the Dunmer splatters at the base of the mountain. "By Ariel, what dedication!" cries the Altmer. He then turns to Nord. "Would you be prepared to show that amount of dedication to your Talos, Nord?" "Why, certainly," replies the Nord with a laugh. He then proceeds to throw the Altmer off the cliff. While traveling through the ashen wastes of Vardenfell with his posse, an Altmer noble decided to refresh himself a little. He ordered a stop and to make camp and went exploring. Soon enough, he found a small lake, and in a moment he was out of his robes and swimming about. However, he soon noticed a young female Ashlander staring at him. Annoyed by this, the Altmer yelled, "What are you gawking at, Dunmer scum?" The Ashlander, seemingly unmoved by his rudeness, replied,
The spirits and thy lords.
"You really shouldn't be swimming in there, my lord. It is not safe." "Why?" asked the Altmer mockingly. "Are there any slaughterfish here?" "No, my lord. The Druze ate them all years ago." After a great battle in the Reach, the Nords were burning their dead. A Bosmer wandered in there, and upon seeing dozens of pyres, broke into tears and cried. The Nords found it very strange that an elf would cry for the dead. So one of them walked up to him and asked, "Why do you cry, elf?" Upon hearing this, the Bosmer raised his tearful eyes and smiled. "How can I not cry, friend? It is not every day that one wanders upon such a feast." A former Orcish warrior wandered into solitude and went straight to the Blue Palace, where he presented himself to Jarl Torg and humbly asked for employment. "And what service might you provide us?" asked Torg. "My Jarl, I wish to be your gardener." "My gardener?" "Yes, my Jarl. I can promise you that within a month all of your flowers will have prettier colors and fragrance than those in Debella's wreath." Torg was still doubtful, but at the plea of his wife Elisith, he decided to employ the old orc. After a month, it became obvious that the orc was no liar. The flowers in the garden of Blue Palace were truly pleasant to senses like never before. The fruit was more abundant, and even the bees were more frequent. Amazed by this, Torg asked for Orc to come before his full court. When the Orc was there, Torg asked him, "Tell me, father, how do you keep the garden so beautiful? Is it magic?" The old Orc smiled. "Wait, father?" "No magic involved, my lord. It is merely a matter of me being an orc." Confused by this, Sybil Stentor asked, "What do you mean by being an orc?" The old orc smiled even widely to this. "Simple, my lady. Look at my hands." Sybil looked at his hands, finding nothing out of the ordinary. She lifted her eyes to the orc's face, now thoroughly confused. The orc only laughed. "Do you not see I have green thumbs?" My God. I think that is the best Elder Scrolls dad joke I have ever heard. But Okay, this one I find really interesting because in Skyrim, it's, King Torg, but he's supposed to be a young king.
We're
And
watching you.
as far as I remember, isn't there at least
We're
several
watching
hundred
you.
years between the events of Morrowind and the events that happen in Skyrim? So if Torg, even though if he was a Jarl, you would assume he was probably even younger. But in Skyrim, if I remember correctly, he hadn't been married to Elisif for very long. And he was king. So I feel like the timeline doesn't quite make sense, or maybe I just am imagining that the events of Morrowind took place a lot longer before Skyrim than they actually did. I find that interesting. What does a Nord declare when he prepares to cut down a tree? You will die where you stand. How did Dagoth truly die? He suffered a heart attack. A traveling Thalmor justiciar was assaulted by a pack of wolves. Luckily, 3 rogues, a Khajiit, a Breton, and a Nord, happened to pass nearby, and they scared the wolves off. The justiciar, overjoyed that he survived, stated, "Thank you, my friends. Know that you saved the life of a high-ranking Thalmor justiciar, and for that, you should be awarded. Ask anything you want, and it shall be yours." "I would like a manor outside the walls of solitude," said the Breton, "and so you shall have it." "This one would not refuse a bit of gold," said the Khajiit. Yes, yes, of course," proclaimed a justiciar, handing the Khajiit his own coin purse with 1,000 septims. "Well, let me see. I'd like a bronze statue of yourself, in natural size," said the Nord. "I shall commission it as soon as I reach the embassy." Upon reaching the embassy, the justiciar told his story and commanded the manor to be built for the Breton and the statue to be made and delivered to the Nord. Some time later, that same justiciar decided to take some time off to visit his benefactors. His first went to visit the Breton and was shocked to find him sleeping in a tent. "What are you doing here? What happened to your manor?" "I gambled it away," replied the Breton. Saddened, the justiciar went on to find the Khajiit. He found him in the streets of Riften, dressed in rags and obviously heavily drugged. "By Finister, what happened to you?" "Well," answered the Khajiit, "the sugar here is more expensive than in elsewhere." Now truly saddened, the justiciar went to find the Nord, already steeling his nerves for what he expected to see. He was shocked, however, to learn that the Nord now owned a large manor not far from Windhelm. He traveled there instantly, and was awestruck to indeed find a large 3-story hall with a little village already growing around it. Inside he found his savior, sitting at the table, surrounded by guards and servants. Upon seeing the justiciar, the Nord laughed and happily invited him to a feast that was about to take place. During the entire feast, the justiciar couldn't stop wondering how did the Nord manage to hoard such a wealth. He asked many villagers, but none knew the answer. At the end of the feast, the justiciar went to see the Nord. Upon finding him, he immediately asked, "My friend, by all the divines, please, I cannot imagine how you managed to get so rich. I need not any more wealth than what I already have, but the uncertainty is killing me. Please, tell me." The Nord simply laughed. "Well, my friend, after I received that statue I asked from you, I went to Windhelm and placed it in the main square." The justiciar was now truly confused. "And?" "Well, it was rather simple after that. 1 septim to spit on it, 2 to piss on it." Okay. Oh, these are all trapped. Wait, this one's not. Is someone living in here? Can I sleep on that? Oh man, I just used a bunch of potions. Shit. Okay, well, at least now I can level up. Okay, we definitely want more intelligence and willpower. Personality. I don't know if I need as much personality now, because I just use a lot of my charming spells, but then again, I think those are governed by personality. But I don't know how much I'm actually going to use those. I mean, right now I'm pretty much just using them for increasing, or I guess decreasing, the amount that I have to pay for goods with shopkeeps. What would I get out of strength? I think that would actually be better, because my low carry weight is getting quite problematic since I do rely on potions quite a bit. And now that I don't have a follower anymore to be a living purse, that might be nice. Speed would actually make sense too. Let's see, do I want to be able to gotta go fast, or do I want more health? That's probably going to be better, because that's going to give me a boost to more things, whereas that's just my speed. So we'll go with that. God, that made such a small boost to my magicka. I don't know if that's because of the mods that I have, like Morrowind Rebirth, but is that normal for it to have such like a slow increase to magicka? Because I mean, I'm used to with Skyrim, every time you level up, if you choose magicka as the skill that you want to level, it going up by 10 points. And I mean, it seems like overall the numbers in Morrowind are a lot smaller than in Skyrim. But when I look at how much cost some of these spells have, they definitely cost a lot more, I think, than the ones in Skyrim do. And you don't have the advantage of perks to take that make them cost less. Nothing in that barrel. I feel like I'm struggling to make a mage build in this game really effective. I mean, I'm assuming alchemy and enchanting is going to be really useful. Oh, man, I wish I had a probe, or I need some kind of a spell. I'm sure there's got to be a spell to deal with trapdoors, but hopefully this won't kill me. Do I have to try to unlock it first? Wait, did it not actually... It didn't work. I don't understand. Why is it not unlocking? So my spell works 25 to 50 points. Okay, maybe I need to use one of those scrolls. I don't understand if the game is glitching or what's going on. I could have sworn that I've... Do I have to aim it at the lock? What the heck? At least there's a bed now, so I don't have to use up all my potions. Looks like somebody has an unfinished meal here. Oh, what about these other doors? Okay, that one at least has a lower lock. Failed. Okay, well that one worked at least. And I didn't die from the trap, so that's good. let's see what is beyond this door. I like Vanna White. Is it just more stuff? Ooh. Hidden area. Okay, so that is a lock level 50. I should be able to handle that. So far, it just seems like more... Oh, okay, there's people down here.
May I help you?
You look very cheerful. With an outfit like that, you must be doing very well for yourself. Can I help you? What do you train in? Sneak, light armor, and short blade. Those aren't really any of the things I need training in. Yeah, where the hell am I? Besides, in like the deepest depths of the arena. What's your background? What I do is my own affair. I feel like whenever you guys say that, that means you're up to something shady.
What do you think of our city?
Oh. That is a cool outfit. Sorry I'm getting up all in your business. Perhaps you can be of some help to me. There are sensitive matters. Well, tell me about your background first. Call me Taro Straw. What I do is my own affair. You guys are very shady. Did I actually find the Morag Tong?
Is there something
Who are you?
I can do for you?
I'm not looking for someone in particular. I'm looking for someones in particular. Some fighters live and train here at the arena. Imperial guildsmen are in the foreign quarter. Veterans in the veteran compound. What's your background? Why are you guys all so secretive? Oh, Morag Tong. Ancient Traditional Assassins Guild of the Dunmers. I already knew that. Okay, so I finally found them. We provide 3 varieties of execution: public, private, and house war. We only recruit candidates of proven skill and honor, and only Grand Master Hlaalu. So you have found our headquarters. This speaks well of you. Perhaps you should speak with the Grand Master. Okay. So is this what the Morag Tong armor looks like? I guess that does look like the Morag Tong armor in the Dragonborn DLC to an extent. Oh, I love how weird everything looks in Morrowind. Okay. Where are you, Eno? Probably going to be at the very top. Maybe? Ah,
what do you think
it's you.
Of our city, Outlander?
Yes, I wish to join the Morag Tong. You've been watching me, and you were pleased, so I'm glad to hear that. Yes, I will join you. Honorable Writ of Execution has been added to your inventory. So I'm joining as a probationer, and to gain full membership, I have to pass a test. So undoubtedly that means having to successfully pass this writ and execute the honorable execution of Ferrerin Oren. Can find him in the Elven Nations Corner Club, which is in the Hlaalu Plaza. He may be found at the Elven Nations Corner Club in the Hlaalu Plaza here in Vivec. Okay. What else can I ask about? Can I ask about your background? I do as my own affair. Well, hopefully I'll be at the level where you guys will actually talk to me about stuff at some point. During editing, I decided to end the episode here, so next time we'll pick up with exploring the Vivec library and turning in the quest that we finished, which would be the Hlaalu quest of stealing the formula and bringing the book, The Chronicles of Nushlev, to the Alderun Mages Guild. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.